This is Trust the Prophet's all-time fantasy Felons team. QB1 Michael Vick. In addition to being one of the most prolific runners in NFL history, Vick also threw for over 22,000 yards and is one of the greatest all-time athletes the game has ever seen. And Vick is also responsible for at least 8 murdered dogs by electrocution or drowning, and was the financier of Bad News Kennels, one of the worst dogfighting, gambling, and racketeering operations in sports history. QB2 Ryan Leaf. After being a Heisman Trophy finalist in his junior year, Leaf was selected number 2 overall in the 1998 NFL Draft and was often compared with his draftmate Peyton Manning. However, Leaf didn't last long in the league, throwing only 14 career touchdown passes and 36 interceptions. Drug addictions and jail time slowed this once promising career, and Leaf's stats also now include charges of burglary, possession of a controlled substance, and domestic battery, along with multiple stints in prison. RB1 O.J. Simpson. The Juice had an 11-year Hall of Fame career and is widely considered as one of the greatest running backs of all time. Simpson is the fastest player to gain 2,000 rushing yards in a season, racking up 2,003 yards in just 14 games in 1973. But OJ's most infamous highlights happened off the field, where Orenthal James Simpson is credited as a 2-time murderer with 2 near decapitations. Simpson also scored an armed robbery and kidnapping conviction in 2008, and with this career resume, OJ is the overall team MVP. RB2 Ray Rice. Rice led the NFL in scrimmage yards in 2011 and was selected to the Pro Bowl 3 times in 2009, 2011, and 2012 while helping the Ravens win Super Bowl 47. And just when we thought number 27 was at the height of his football career, Rice chalked up a one-time drunk knockout haymaker to his fiancée Janae Palmer in an Atlantic City elevator. As he always did, Ray Rice went the extra yard by dragging Palmer's lifeless body from the elevator, tacking on third-degree aggravated assault charges. RB3 Joe Mixon. Mixon has earned his spot on the team with a promising first few seasons, rushing for nearly 4,000 yards and accounting for over 30 touchdowns. Mixon has helped make the Cincinnati Bengals competitive in recent years with his in-your-face, intimidating style of running. Mixon's in-your-face style also made headlines in 2014 when he delivered a jaw-breaking blow to a woman's face in an Oklahoma pizza shop. And in 2016, Joe caught a charge of intimidating an officer when he tore a citation into pieces and proceeded to move his vehicle towards her. Wide receiver 1 Rae Carruth. After his college career at Colorado, Carruth was selected by Carolina in the first round of the 1997 NFL Draft and signed a $3.7 million deal. Carruth started 14 games in the 97 season and was named to the All-Rookie team at wide receiver. Less than 3 years after Rae Carruth's professional career started, he used some of that NFL money to hire associates of his to murder Cherika Adams, a woman Carruth was dating and whom was 8 months pregnant with his child. Carruth was found guilty of conspiracy to commit murder, shooting into an occupied vehicle, and using an instrument to destroy an unborn child. For these offenses, Carruth served 18 years in prison. Wide receiver 2, Henry Ruggs III. Ruggs is a talented young athlete selected in the first round of the 2020 NFL Draft by the Las Vegas Raiders. Ruggs turned heads with his blazing fast 4.2 40-yard dash time at the Combine. On November 2, 2021, Ruggs once again made headlines by going fast as he drove his Corvette Stingray 156 miles per hour and while attempting to brake, slammed into another vehicle at 120 miles per hour. This resulted in the death of a woman and her dog. Ruggs' blood alcohol content was measured at 0.161, more than twice the legal limit in Nevada. Tight end 1, Aaron Hernandez. Hernandez was one of the most dominant tight ends in the league during his 3-year career with New England, and he started in Super Bowl 46, catching 8 passes for 67 yards and a touchdown. But Aaron Hernandez's legacy is so much more than what he did on the field. He's an overall terrible person in practically every way, an abomination of a human being whose issues can't be narrowed down to a couple of bullet points. But the highlights include multiple drunken fights, a 2007 double shooting, a 2012 double homicide, and a 2013 shooting. Tight end 2, Kellen Winslow Jr. The Cleveland Browns selected Winslow with the 6th overall pick in the 2004 NFL Draft, and Winslow was also selected to the Pro Bowl in 2007. In 2009, Winslow signed the biggest contract ever for a tight end and set single-season Tampa Bay records for most receptions and receiving yards by a tight end. Winslow is currently serving a sentence after pleading guilty to the rape of an unconscious teen and sexual battery of a 54-year-old homeless woman. Winslow was also tried for robbery, indecent exposure, drug charges, and multiple counts of lewd conduct, including 1 count against a 77-year-old woman. Winslow's attorneys have cited that he suffers from frontal lobe damage and CTE. That concludes our lineup for the Trust the Prophet's all-time Fantasy Felons team. Be sure to hit that like button, and if you think we left someone off this roster, let us know down in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to Trust the Prophets for the best in sports and racing analysis.